Hello, crypto world! Welcome to the Chart Historian. My name is Justin, and on this channel, I delve deep into crypto charts, exploring chart structures, fractals, and patterns. Folks, we have completed the first Casper bull run structure. So, as you can see, this first bull run structure is now complete. We have completed wave 1, we have completed wave 2, and we have completed wave 3 with the final bounce that takes place at the end of this structure. Now, what are these two fractals right here on this chart? Well, the pink one is from the second iteration of the Casper bull run structure, and as you can see, it does resemble this structure. I would say the closest, especially with this crash that took place. This crash went all the way down into wave 1 zone, just as this one did in this fractal right here. The blue fractal is the most recent iteration of this structure, and that took place over here. Now, this one held its ground a bit better than the other one, instead of crashing all the way down into wave 1, which was down here. So here's wave 1, here's wave 2, here's wave 3. This one in that third wave held its ground and then eventually moved up. So folks, where are we now? So we have completed this final bounce. Now, in my previous video, I said this about this part right here. So here we see price moving down, and so I would expect this to continue to move down. Now, look at this. It could potentially go lower than what it does over here. That is something you should be prepared for, a possible low beyond this low. If it does do that, do not worry. It will move up again. So as you can see, this did move low, in fact, lower than here, as I threw out in that video, and it is now moving up. Folks, this was a test of the macro structure. It was in this time right here that many in the Casper community were very depressed with what was happening. For those of you who follow this channel, this was a golden opportunity to put the macro structure to the test. We are now moving up. Now, by the time you see this video, will be the next day, at least for me. I'll post this video to my Patreon page first, and that is patreon.com/thecharthistorian. All my videos get posted here before making it to YouTube. This is a $5 a month subscription for those of you who are interested. I also have deep dives into the Casper bull run structure, and included is a Discord with a channel that is solely devoted to Casper. In there, we talk about Casper, the macro structure. People show their charts, give their ideas, their thoughts. So it is a good way to stay abreast of what is going on with the macro structure and participate in conversations around that. So if you feel this is something you would be interested in, you're welcome to join. I believe this pullback right here, by the time you see this video, it may have already begun its move up, or this consolidation could be larger than what it appears to be right now. I believe that pullback we are experiencing right now is probably this in this iteration, and is probably something like this in this iteration. Now, eventually we will make it to this structure right here. Now, this structure, this pullback takes place before it goes into the next corrective structure, or the second corrective structure. This was the first, this is the second. Over here, here is that pullback before entering into that second corrective structure right here. And as you can see, it is substantial, folks. This pullback is so extreme, it almost takes away everything that it gained over here. But by and by, it will make it out of this and continue to move higher. So folks, please understand that there are some major pullbacks in the Casper bull run structure as you are experiencing. Now, I'm going to introduce a new structure that you have not seen yet, and that is over here. Now, this is the very beginning of the Casper chart. Casper starts with a bull run. So this was that first structure, and it is so undefined and pixelated, I can't even really delve into it. Now, this little flat area right here, it doesn't pull back, but I believe it is this right here or this right here. And here is that second corrective structure. It's very pixelated on this one. It is basically a drastic move up. It goes flat, and then it has a substantial pullback before a few waves and eventually making it back above this high right here. Now, as time marches on, the Casper bull run structures become more defined. This second time around, we have more clarity. And the third time around, there is even more clarity. So this time, it's even going to be better defined. Now, I don't know how high this will go. I don't know how long it will take to play out. I don't know how deep these pullbacks will be. If you are over here trying to see where I happen to draw this, you're setting yourself up for a mistake. The timing, the height, and the depth are going to be unique. I don't know if it's going to go this high. It could go higher. It could go lower. How about you tell me where you think it's going to go? You can put it in the comments. So we are now moving up. We have this little correction right here, which is shown on this part right here. We will soon make it past here into this next structure right here before entering into the second corrective structure. So folks, that's where we're at. We've completed structure 1. Congrats to all of you who suffered and persevered through this nasty decline. It declined all the way back into the first wave, just as it did in this iteration right here. It crashed all the way into the first wave. If we are following this one, which it does seem to be the case, we followed it fairly close. Even the structure resembles this one. We should be prepared for a pullback similar to this. And folks, if you had a hard time with this one, you're going to have a hard time with this one. Please understand that Casper does not go in a straight line in its bull runs. It has substantial pullbacks. It takes time to go through these structures, but those who persevere will be rewarded. Well, folks, here we are at today's chart. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, it'd be much appreciated if you hit that thumbs up button. You know, this is not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but if you did find this type of technical analysis interesting and you're not a subscriber yet and you'd like to see more of it, I recommend hitting that subscribe button. I'll be continuing to follow this structure as it continues to develop. It is my belief we have a cheat sheet with the macro structure. Now, it's not a crystal ball. I can't predict everything. It has its drawbacks. It can't predict timing, height, and depth, but we do have a map, and we know where we are in that map. We know what's coming down the road, and that, folks, can give you a great advantage. Well, I'm so glad you caught this video. I hope you catch my next one. Have a great day, and bye for now.